5 types of people you don't need in your life. In the words of Hans Hensen, people can inspire you or they can drain you. Choose them carefully. Have you ever stopped to think that some people are more hurtful than they are helpful? Maybe you haven't noticed it, but you may have toxic people in your life. Everyone has people in their lives that affect them in a negative way. Of course, we can't always choose our relatives or coworkers, but we can find ways to deal with them or to limit our interactions with them. It comes down to so much more than just being able to tolerate someone else. You can tolerate your sibling who makes decisions that don't always end up well. You learn to tolerate your friend's girlfriend who always makes silly jokes that could potentially be viewed as offensive from time to time. However, you don't have to force yourself to tolerate negative people who affect your life in numerous ways, some of them in truly terrible ways. The people you spend your valuable time on matter. You should only surround yourself with people who make you feel good, those who lift you higher, and those who see the wonderful you, even when you don't feel your best. Most of us want people to like us. That isn't a bad thing. Yet, if the cause is fear, insecurity, or excessive stress, we may need to reevaluate our relationships. If we don't know what to watch, or we are unable to discern unhealthy interactions, when we learn what to avoid, we can proceed with wisdom. Healthy relationships help us thrive. Unhealthy ones move us into survival mode. Dear future entrepreneurs and moguls, here are 5 types of people you don't need in your life. Number 1. Emotional manipulators. Emotional manipulators are masters at leveraging your guilt to their advantage. If you bring up something that's bothering you, they make you feel guilty for mentioning it. If you don't, they make you feel guilty for keeping it to yourself and stewing on it. You can stop manipulation by directly calling it out, saying no, and reasserting your power. However, that kind of assertiveness can come with negative repercussions, so it's important to make sure it's the right move for you before responding. Number 2. Dishonest people. Dishonest people cannot stand the negative aspects of life, like negativity, not getting their way, alienating people, falling, or failing. So they make up stuff to replace those things. They lie, they are avoidant, they hate the truth, they hate reality, they are weak, they are hypocritical, they are cowards, and they are ultimately treacherous. Dishonesty stems from a desire for life to be always positive, always inspiring, to always get their way, to be a winner, to be popular, and well liked, to be successful, to be always cheerful. Number three, the naysayers. Whenever you step out from the norm and declare, even if only to yourself, that you believe that you have a special purpose in life and that you're going to do whatever it takes to achieve it, you will attract naysayers. Some of them may even be the people who are close to you, but you can't let that stop you from going after what you value. Additionally, naysayers always have something negative to say about everything. For example, if you are in a good mood or excited, they have a way of bursting your bubble. Number four, hostile people. Hostility is defined by mistrust, cynicism, and negative beliefs and attributions concerning others. Moreover, hostile people may come across as domineering, demanding, or even abusive. However, with astute approach and assertive communication, you may turn aggression into cooperation and coercion into respect. One way to handle hostile people is to understand that offensive behavior is just on the surface of who they are. When speaking to them, talk to the deeper place within them, the person with integrity, honor, conscience, and feelings. Understand that there are delicate, vulnerable feelings that underlie the defensive or aggressive surface behavior. Number five, the victim players. When we pity ourselves, all we see are our problems. We become blind to other people and their issues. We believe that the world revolves around us. One of the smoothest ways to getting your point across in a subtler manner. Individuals who habitually indulge in self-victimization, also known as playing the victim, do so for various reasons: to control or influence other people's thoughts, feelings, and actions, to justify the abuse of others, to seek attention, or as a way of coping with situations. For example, instead of saying you're always playing the victim, you might say, well, we've talked enough about the problem, let's try to figure out the solution. Or, what would you like to see happen? In conclusion, everyone has people in their lives that affect them in a negative way. Of course, we can't always choose our relatives or coworkers, but we can find ways to deal with them or to limit our interactions with them. In the words of Hans Hensen, people can inspire you or they can drain you. Choose them carefully. Have you ever stopped to think that some people are more hurtful than they are helpful? Maybe you haven't noticed it, but you may have toxic people in your life. We cannot change others. We can only change ourselves, our response, and the amount of time and energy we choose to spend on people who exhibit these qualities. The end. Thank you.